Look up! What's that in the sky? Drones are appearing everywhere. They are strange and silent. Nobody knows where they come from. Some people are scared. They think these drones are part of something bigger, something sinister. They whisper about Project Bluebeam. Could this be the start of something truly terrifying? For years, conspiracy theories have swirled around us. One of the most unsettling is Project Bluebeam. It paints a picture of a world on the brink of deception, a world where our very reality is manipulated. The unexplained drones have only added fuel to this fire. Could they be the tools of a shadowy elite, ready to enslave us all? This is a story about fear and control. It's about the fine line between what we see and what is real. It's about the power of belief and the dangers of unchecked imagination. Are you ready to face the truth behind Project Bluebeam? Project Bluebeam didn't appear out of thin air. It came from the mind of Serge Monast. He was a Canadian journalist. He believed in conspiracies. In the 1990s, he wrote a book. It was called Project Bluebeam, NASA. Monast claimed to have uncovered a terrible plot. He said powerful people were planning to take over the world. They would use technology to trick us, he warned. He called this plot Project Bluebeam. Monast believed these powerful people wanted a one-world government. They would use lies and fear to control us. His book became popular among people who distrust the government. They believed Monast was telling the truth. So, how would this grand deception work? Project Bluebeam outlines a terrifying plan, a step-by-step guide to global domination. It starts with shaking the foundations of our beliefs. Imagine waking up to news that challenges everything you thought you knew. New archaeological discoveries, manipulated scientific data, all designed to make you question your faith, your understanding of the world. This is just the beginning. Next comes the technological spectacle, giant holographic images projected onto the sky. Religious figures, alien invaders, terrifying visions tailored to different cultures and beliefs. The goal to instill panic, chaos, and a desperate need for salvation. Finally, with the world on its knees, a new leader emerges, promising peace and order. But this is the real deception. This new leader is a puppet, a figurehead for the shadowy elite who orchestrated the entire charade. The price of peace? Total control. Back to the present day. Those strange drones hovering silently in our skies. Are they harmless surveillance tools? Or are they something more? Believers in Project Bluebeam see them as test runs for the holographic technology of the future. Think about it. Drones flying undetected, moving in strange formations. Could they be projecting test images, preparing for the grand illusion? The lack of clear answers from authorities only fuels these suspicions. Of course, there are other explanations. Government surveillance, corporate espionage, even hobbyists pushing the limits of technology. But for those who want to believe, the drones fit perfectly into the narrative of Project Bluebeam. They are a tangible sign, a warning from the future. Who believes in Project Bluebeam? It's not just a fringe group hiding in the shadows. Celebrities, radio hosts, even some politicians have voiced their concerns, lending a veneer of credibility to the theory. Why do they believe? For some, it's a deep distrust of authority, a belief that governments and powerful institutions are inherently deceitful. Others see it as the only logical explanation for the state of the world, a way to make sense of chaos and uncertainty. Then there's the allure of hidden knowledge. Believing in Project Bluebeam makes you part of a select group, the enlightened few who see through the lies. It's a seductive feeling, this idea that you possess secret knowledge that others are too blind to see. Section 6. Doubts and other explanations. Despite its growing popularity, Project Bluebeam has its fair share of critics. Scientists, technology experts, and skeptics dismiss it as utter nonsense. They argue that the technology required for such a grand illusion simply doesn't exist. Projecting massive realistic images onto the sky, maintaining them for extended periods? It's a logistical and technological nightmare, they argue. The atmosphere. Light pollution, the sheer scale of the undertaking, it's simply not feasible. As for the drones, they offer more plausible explanations. Government agencies testing new surveillance techniques, private companies collecting data, even hobbyists pushing the boundaries of drone technology. There's no need for elaborate conspiracy theories, they say. Section 7. Where's the proof? The evidence for Project Bluebeam is out there, if you know where to look. Over the years, numerous whistleblowers have come forward and leaked documents have surfaced. Proponents argue that these pieces of evidence point to a sophisticated cover-up. This isn't just speculation, it's a pattern that can't be ignored. Just because something is hard to prove doesn't make it untrue. Presence of evidence is a sign of existence. And let's not forget the UN meeting discussing the creation of a threat from space. A global conspiracy involving governments, scientists, religious leaders, all working together in perfect secrecy? It sounds like a Hollywood script, but sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Section 8. The allure of the unknown. So why does Project Bluebeam persist? Why do people cling to this theory despite its obvious flaws? The answer lies in the human need for explanation, for control in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. We fear what we don't understand. Project Bluebeam offers a simple, albeit terrifying, explanation for the complexities of the world. It provides a scapegoat, a tangible enemy to blame for our problems. But this false sense of understanding comes at a cost. It breeds distrust, paranoia, and a rejection of reason. It prevents us from engaging with real-world problems in a meaningful way. Project Bluebeam is believed to be orchestrated by a secret shadow government, excluding other forms of governance. Section 9. Thinking clearly in a complex world. Project Bluebeam is a cautionary tale. It reminds us of the dangers of unchecked imagination, of the seductive power of conspiracy theories. In a world awash in information, it's more important than ever to think critically, to demand evidence, and to be wary of simple explanations for complex problems. Yes, there are real conspiracies out there, and there have been whistleblowers who have come forward secretly. Sometimes a drone is just a drone, and sometimes the truth is far less exciting than the fiction we create. So, the next time you see something unexplained in the sky, take a breath. Don't jump to conclusions. Ask questions. Demand evidence. Evidence does exist, but it's rarely found in the realm of conspiracy theories. Remember, the truth is out there.